true. I mean, every engineering decision and everything in the real world has compromises. But it is decentralized in the sense that your transactions can't be censored or perverted, your XRP can't be frozen, the rules can't be arbitrarily changed by a single entity, and the transaction fees are very, very low, and the confirmation times are very fast. You can fully confirm a transaction in about 10 seconds. So if you don't like that bundle of trade-offs, then using the XRP ledger is probably not for you, but I think that's a pretty good bundle of trade-offs, particularly for applications that are very much like payments.
Yeah, that's good. I know that some of it is that you guys got a bunch of up in a vault, and I think a lot of people's concern is you just never know when they just might dump that into the market, right? So, like, what are some of the safeguards that are maybe in place with all of that XRP that's in the vault? Like, what are the rules for when that XRP can be released, or are there any rules?
There's a feature on the XRP ledger called escrow, and what its primary purpose is the traditional function of escrow. Like, if you're going to buy something and you want to make sure that I have the funds, and I want to make sure that you don't unless you give me the thing I'm buying, so I can lock my funds in escrow in such a way that I get the funds back to deliver the thing I'm buying if you do deliver the thing. And that escrow feature, so you can say resolved by a certain date, then I get the money back, and such that it's provably impossible to resolve. Create a Bitcoin address that you can send Bitcoin to, and it's provable that those Bitcoin that address doesn't have any key correspondence. And we did the exact same. We created an escrow transaction, or a series of them, with particular expiration dates, such that it's impossible to satisfy the escrow. It's like provably mathematically impossible to satisfy the escrow conditions. So you know that XRP can't move until the release date. And when we initially set that up, we set up a series of escrows, each for 1 billion XRP, 1 month apart. And what we said to the world is, as these escrows release, we'll decide, how much XRP we need based on, because we couldn't predict, what the circumstances were going to be years from the date of the escrow, but we had to make the lockup at one particular time. So we said, as each escrow is released, we'll make a decision of how much XRP we want to use for whatever purposes we have, and then we'll lock the rest back in escrow and sort of add another month to the escrow. And we've been doing that for probably about 2 years now, since the escrow was created. And what's nice about that is there's a very clear, like, you can say, oh, this month Ripple got got 1 billion XRP out of escrow, and they put 937 million back in, and so therefore they have 63 million that they've taken out. And so you can see on the ledger, like, exactly the rate at which Ripple has taken that money out and put that money back into escrow.
Nice. Appreciate that answer. Yes. We have now dealt with the 2 elephants in the living room. And we are free to recline.
How did you know I was here?
Groucho Marx joke.
I
heard the speaking.
You heard the speaking? Really?
Yes.
Well, where were you then? In the lounge or something?
Anyhow,
Head south on Mithril Pacey towards Trick Giorgio Mitrovic, then turn right onto Trick Giorgio Mitrovic.
super deep into it.
Take the next right onto Trick Giorgio Mitrovic, then turn left onto Trick ANZAC.
Don't be silly. They come that way. So let's talk about federated sidechains. So first of all,
can you make it sexy? Can you make it?
Turn left onto Trick ANZAC.
Radio boys,
hey baby, we're gonna talk about federated sidechains. Chicka chicka mow mow.
In 300 meters, turn left onto Trick Sant Andrea, Route 1.
So let's talk first about what federated means. I hope we have a couple of Star Trek fans out there who know that the Federation is sort of a loose association of individual entities that cooperate for some reason. There's something that they can do by cooperating that they couldn't.
In 400 meters, turn left onto Tredgate on Giovanni Mariti.
Their own individual interest. So it's sort of a bounded cooperation to achieve some specific end that they can achieve better together than they can individually. And as a federation, they have a certain credibility that they wouldn't have. You know, if you meet the Vulcans and you're just speaking on behalf of Earth, it's, you know, different if you're speaking on behalf of the Federation. So that's what a federation is, and that is how I'm using the term federation.
How did it go, John? What did you do?
Turn left onto Tredgate on Giovanni Mariti, then turn left onto Il Precursor.
No, you didn't. What did you focus on? Oh, jolly good.
So like XRP has...
Take Take the next left onto Ile Precursor.
Sort of the authoritative record of all XRP.
In 50 meters, at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on Ile Precursor.
While like
In 400 meters, turn left onto Trick Ile Madly.
private ledger that credit inside their system, and on the Bitcoin is sitting in Coinbase's account. Can have accounts on main chains, and while create a red chain can handle something like 12 transactions per second, and that's it. Build a platform for people to easily build federated sidechains. You can experiment in adding new features at the blockchain layer, which you can't really do. Like if you on Ethereum, you're stuck with Ethereum's fee structure, you're stuck with Ethereum's virtual machine, you're stuck with Ethereum's rules on how much storage space and power you can have. You can't change those rules unless people
In 500 meters, at the roundabout, continue.
global block about the rest of the company. What RippleX is, so it would be RippleX that would be working on federated sidechains from Ripple's side, along with people in the community who work on it, also working
In 800 meters, turn left onto Tricker Ramla.
further development of the XRP Ledger software and then new tools to interact with both the XRP Ledger and other platforms.
The one word or phrase that you said there that really catches my attention is NFTs, because Travis and I are so deep down the NFT rabbit hole. The massive portion of my day focuses on NFTs. So NFTs fit in.
Tricker Ramla for 1 kilometer.
Potentially even bring crypto mainstream, allowing consumers to engage with creators and allowing developers to monetize things in ways that weren't previously possible. NBA Top Shot, is just the size, the scope of that. I think that was a wake-up call to people in the industry when they saw the numbers that site was doing. And not just the numbers, but also the user experience, I think, is important. Because like crypto user experiences tend to be, they're not, let's be honest, like they're not great. You really have to be super into the tech, and you have to really about crypto to tolerate the user experience of most of the crypto world. It's because it's immature. But NBA Top Shot was just so polished and so perfect, and that kind of alignment of like
Wait. Perfect?
In 300 meters, turn right onto Trick Ile Capellata Santa Maria.
But like, not perfect.
It looked okay. They could have done
Take the next right onto Trick Ile Capellata Santa Maria.
NFTs,
Too
right?
fast. That was the problem, is that they grew too fast. They weren't able to scale enough. And I think that's part of what there's been a downturn in NBA Top Shots, because it hit a peak, but then they were like, oh man, we can't sell packs and have.
Continue for 800 meters.
And oh no, and the marketplace is that, oh, you can't sell this right now. And then after a while, it's like, what? I can't sell. I can't buy anything. Okay, it's just like it was a bummer.
To do a little mind expanding here, I want to make like the bullish case for NFTs, like the potential argument that NFTs could like really blow the world away. And what I
Take the next onto Trick is Selena.
rights are its ownership for the owners that I think makes something ripe for disruption. An industry is ripe for disruption when it's built for the middle drivers, not really. Like, so Uber basically said the taxi industry has been built for the taxi industry. It's not great for either end. Like, the digital rights industry is not great for the person who wants the digital rights, because if I buy a movie on Hulu and then I drop Hulu because it's not the best service for me, I lose those digital rights. And it's not built for the rights holder. Because if you have, let's say you have a movie that just came out, and you have one shot for me to buy it for $21. Like, you have maybe 2 or 3 months in which I'll pay $21 for that movie. You want me to buy that movie for $21 when it's new. I'm not going to do that if I'm worried that I might drop Hulu in a month or two because it's $70 a month. I'm not going to, because if I want to see the movie now and I might want to see it a year later, I'll just rent it. So it's not a good market for the rights buyers, and it's not a good market for the rights sector. Right to disruption, I don't know what is, and digital rights is a huge market. So NFTs could be. That's the reason why Ripple, proven it could be a flash in the pan, like 3D, or maybe ICOs. Imagine if Amazon had said, we're going to wait to see if cloud storage becomes big, if cloud computing becomes big before we, that's obviously not a great strategy.
Somebody has to make the roads, right? Every time I think of the technologies that we're pioneering here, with NFTs, there was no subscription box before we created a subscription box. There was no blending stuff on wax to burn and create something new. So we talked to developers, we created something new. And it reminds me, I lived in Denver, in Colorado for 14 years, and the first pioneers that came upon the Rockies, imagine they're coming through Kansas, right? through all the fields. They don't even realize that they're going up a mile high by the time you hit that Kansas-Colorado border because it's so slow and gradual. But then you see off in the distance these little hills, and you get closer, and all of a sudden you're in front of these giant Rockies, and you're like, well, crap, somebody's got to build a road. And the roads that are being built now are the roads that generations
In 400 meters, sharp right onto tin.
the future level where we